Alright, Zinnia, we meet again. Yo, what's popping, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Deku Reacts. We're going to be looking at the how to make a clicker game tutorial series. Or not series, just the video. Let's see how well they can handle this. From looking at it already, I'm seeing something, and then it looks like a global highest score. So maybe they'll teach you how to make a high score in this too. I don't know. Let's take a look. Hold up, I'll turn that up.
Also known as Zinnia. Today I wanted to show you how to make a clicker game in Scratch. If you haven't played one before, a clicker game is a game where there's a certain item you can click on.
If you haven't played a clicker game before, I know you all clicked on this project because you're so eager to make your clicker game, but in case you've never seen one before in your entire life, but you still wanted to make one really bad without having any idea of what it is, here's how to do it. Like, that'd be like saying, do you want to learn how to make a game? In case you don't know what a game is, it's like, what? That doesn't even make sense.
On to get more points, and then there's other items that you can buy and they'll give you even more points.
So look at how amazing
so simple,
these look.
But they're really satisfying to play, and it's really fun as a game maker because you can decide what are all the objects that the player can.
Okay, keep in mind, look at the ones that Zinnia is showing here, right? Look at them and look at how actually good they look. Look at how good these clickers actually look, and then let's look at the garbage she's going to teach us how to do, and look how it looks nothing like this at all.
Unlock. So yeah, by the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to make your own game like this. Let's get started. First, let's pick the...
Also, I never said this. Your big red glasses. Come on now.
The first object that you want the player to be able to click on. You can just hover over Choose a Sprite and click Choose. And pick any object that you want for your game. I will pick the apple. And let's start by...
You think these click sounds are like edited in? Do you think the editor of this video... Because I know Zinnia did not edit this. I'm going to be honest. Zinnia did not edit this. Which I shouldn't have said things that Zinnia picked out to show because she probably didn't. But do you think they edited in the clicking sounds? Do you think she even did this? I'm wondering if she even did this. Because she's not even signed in on this one. On some of her other ones, she's signed in. Do you think she didn't know how to make one?
By making this sprite play a sound when you click it.
Okay.
You can go to the sound category and drag out a start sound block and click on that to make the sprite play a sound. And if I go to the events category and add a when this sprite clicked block on top, now whenever I click on the apple, it plays a sound. Now, let's make it so that every time the player clicks on the apple, they get a point. To do this, we can make a variable. In Scratch, a variable lets you keep track of a certain number in your project. So here we can make a variable and call it.
Usually, if you're making a nice game, I wouldn't use variables in most occasions. I think using lists are much more compact. They're a little bit more difficult to keep track of, but I like them more. Deku, in your clicker tutorial, you didn't use lists. I know. I didn't have a whole lot of things to keep track of, and I could have made it all lists too. I could have. I just chose not to for the sake of simplicity. Well, maybe she's doing it for simplicity. I know. I'm giving you a general tip. I think using lists is a smarter idea.
Points. And now we can use this to keep track of how many points the player has scored. I'm also going to delete this my variable by right-clicking on it.
You could have just renamed that variable too.
Delete. So, to make the player get a point every time they click the apple, we can drag out this block, change points by 1. This increases our points by 1.
Crazy.
And put this block under the when this sprite clicked block. Now, whenever the sprite is clicked, it plays a sound. The points increase by 1. And we would like the points to be 0 when the project starts.
Oh, for sure.
So you can drag out this block, set points to 0, and then put a when green flag clicked block on top.
Oh, for sure.
Now, every time you click the green flag, the points start back at 0.
Obviously, there's a whole system here where you could fit that in there with a forever loop or repeat until blank. Like if touching mouse pointer, mouse down, the same thing. You get it.
So we can make the click even more satisfying
by
making the sprite grow and shrink when you click on it. So
if she's actually gonna do that, I'm shocked.
And drag out the set size block So if I try set size to 110%, it gets a bit bigger.
Wow.
Set size to 100 will set it back to its usual size. And if I do set
She's
size to
actually gonna show you.
110, wait for
No.
0.05
No.
seconds, and then set size to 100.
No. Zinnia. No. Because now you can't click super fast because you have to wait for that timer. If she puts that right there.
Patch this under the when this sprite.
Zinnia. They won't be able to spam click now. They'll have, because no matter how fast you click, you can only click that fast because it has to wait for that. Zinnia, no. Okay, oh boy.
Clicked block. Now every time I click on it, it does a little animation. You could also choose your own
Don't call
sound
that an
to play
animation.
when the sprite gets clicked. So if you click on the sounds tab and then click on
You already have a
choose
sound, Zinnia.
you can pick whatever sound you like. My favorite thing to do is I'll choose the sound boop bing bop, and then I'll click and select everything except this last piece, and then click delete. It's
called a wave.
And then the only part that's left is this little sound, which I love. So then once you're done with your sound, you can click on the code tab and just click in this menu and choose it. Now, let's add the next.
Are you telling me that you expected people to think that chomp was the only sound that could be used, even though chomp isn't the sound that shows up when you make a sprite? I don't know, man. Or maybe that's what comes up when you pick an apple. Who knows?
Next item in the clicker game. And let's make it so that with this item, you have to save up points and buy it. I'll show you how to do that. So pick what you want the next item.
It'd be so
to
funny if she just left it there.
I'll pick the orange. And here's what we'll make the orange do. This is how purchasable items in clicker games work. It will cost 10 points to be able to click on the orange. And then when you click on it, you will start automatically getting 1 point every second.
Wow, she actually knows how to do that.
And
Can't say
and now
I'm
you're
shocked.
getting 2 new points every second. And this is where clicker games start to get really fun, which is you can eventually be getting thousands of points every second automatically, which can enable you to buy even more expensive items. So to start, let me show you how to do that with the orange. So we're going to need a new variable to keep track of how many automatic points the player is getting every second. So let's click make a variable, and I'll call it automatic points per second.
Okay.
Now let's
you could
click
shorten
on the
that, but
costumes
I get it.
tab and click on the text tool and write down
No!
how much you want
Oh,
this item
Zinnia,
to cost.
icky,
I will make the orange
Zinnia.
cost 10 points. And let's also write down
Not gonna
how
teach
many
us how to make the amount get larger. Not gonna teach us how to make... No, that's about it. How to make the cost increase gradually based on a system, right? Based on a system or just by a given amount. Thank you, Zinnia.
How many points per second it will give the player once the player buys.
It's not even
I'll
centered,
make it give
Zinnia.
the player 1 automatic point per second.
Zinnia, it's not
Let's go
even
back to
centered.
the code
Oh,
tab.
Zinnia,
So,
that looks
if
so
the player
bad.
has less than 10 points, we want the orange to appear grayed out because they can't buy it yet. Here's how you can do that. In the looks category, you can drag out a set color effect block, but instead of color effect, choose ghost effect. And if you set that to 60, that makes a sprite look transparent. Or
But it's
faded.
not
And
graying
then
it
this
out. You
block,
said you were going to
clear
gray. There's a
graphic
way to
effects,
do
will
that.
make
Don't
a
you just
sprite
set it
look
to like
normal.
1 divided by
And
0 or
let's
something
drag
like that?
out an if-else block. We can say if the points
Right.
are less than 10.
No. 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 Let me tell you why, Zinnia. If your points are less than 10, you can buy it at 9. If your points are less than 10, right here means that 9 would work. Unless she's going to do something else. I don't know.
Set the ghost effect to 60. Make it look faded out. Otherwise, clear graphic effects and make the sprite look normal. And if we put this inside a forever loop, now the project will always be checking this if-else block. So
Right.
it will always check.
Trying to edit like a griff patch
Does the
tutorial,
player
dude.
have less than 10 points?
They're trying to
If the
edit
player
like
has
a
less than
griff
10
patch
points, it will
tutorial.
make the orange
Nah.
look faded. Otherwise, it will make the orange look bright.
Oh, that's
And
what
we
it's
can
saying.
put
Okay.
a when green flag clicked
Thank-
block on top.
Okay.
So
Thank God she didn't use that as like the testing and buying system. That's just the effect. Okay.
that this code
We're
starts
safe.
when the green
Nothing
flag is
bad
clicked.
yet. Nothing bad yet.
Now, so when the game starts, we only have 0 points, and so the orange looks faded.
There we
And then
go.
once we have 10 points, it looks bright, like we can buy it now. Now let's drag
Right.
out a when this sprite clicked block.
Mm-hmm.
In the game, what should happen when the player clicks on the orange?
Quite a few things.
Well, let's drag out another if-else block, because
Right.
if the player has less than 10 points, nothing should happen, because they don't have enough points to buy the orange yet. So we can actually just leave this part
Okay.
of the if-else block blank. However, if the player does have 10
Okay.
points, then, well, let's make it play a
Oh yeah,
second.
that works too. That
We'll
works
start
too.
with that.
So you're safe. You're safe.
Okay, I don't have
That
10
works
points
too.
yet. I try to
Not
click
how
on the
I
orange.
do it, but it
Nothing
works.
happens. But now that I have 10 points, I can click on it, and it makes a sound. And
Great.
what else should happen when the player successfully buys an
Well, you
orange?
need to lose the money.
Well, it should take away 10 points from the player. So
Right, of course.
let's change points by -10, because you see, we've got to spend. You have to make sure that the player actually spends the money.
Right, of
And
course,
the
right.
orange should start giving you an automatic point every second.
Of course.
So here's how you do that. Let's change automatic points per second by 1. We're increasing it by 1.
No
let's try it out.
way.
So I get 10 points, I click on the orange and buy it. Okay, it decreased my points, I spent the money, and my automatic points per second went up. This
That's
variable
crazy.
went up. But I'm not actually, if I don't do anything, if I don't click,
Yeah,
I'm
if
not
you don't do
actually
anything.
getting any automatic points per second.
You're right. You're
We
not.
have to add some code that will
We
do
gotta
that.
add some
Let's
code,
click
boys.
on the apple to add this code, because only one sprite needs to be doing this. So let's just make the first sprite do it.
Put it in the backdrop, dude. Put it in the backdrop, or just make a new sprite specifically for this, and just don't have it. Don't put it in here. It's gonna get
Try
messy.
this.
You're not
If
gonna know
we
where
say,
stuff is.
When the green flag is clicked, forever wait 1 second and change.
And this is gonna add issues other places, especially if you have more than one thing doing waits at a time. It can
Points
mess
by
up the whole thing.
What happens? Okay, this makes your score increase by 1 every second, because it waits 1 second and then adds 1 to your points.
No
Even if you're not
way!
But
It's almost like I saw that
let's
with
say
my
I
eyes.
buy 2 oranges. Now I should be getting 2 points every second.
Yeah.
And if I have 3 oranges, I should be getting 3 points every second.
I thought you were supposed to get
So
7.
We don't just want our points to increase by 1 every second. We want them to increase by whatever this variable is.
Yeah.
So instead of 1 here, you can just drag in the variable automatic points per second and put that here. And now the project always adds whatever this number
Wacky,
is to your
dude.
points.
That's insane.
So if you've gotten automatic points per second up to 5, you'll get 5 points every second.
That's
and if you've gotten
crazy.
it up to 1,000, you'll get 1,000 points every second. And when the game restarts, we want the automatic points per second to start at
Zinnia, you
0.
did not get that up to
So
1,000.
we can just add this block, set automatic points per second to 0 under the when green flag clicked
You have 2 green flag clicks and you don't need it. Put it all under 1.
block. So that's how you can add automatic points to a clicker game. And now, if you just make more objects like the orange, you can have as many items as you want, and you can make
Now look at how cool this one looks.
them as expensive as
What is that? What is it with like text getting cut off? Is that a bug in Scratch?
you want. Let me show you how you could add one more item. So let's say for the next item, I want the fruit salad. You just have to give all the items this code. It's very similar to the orange's code, but let me show you where it's different. I want the fruit salad to cost 80 points to buy.
Right.
And I want it to give you plus 7 points per second.
Why 7? That's such a
So-
gross number.
In all of these places, I have to put in 80 because that's the cost.
No
of the
way,
fruit salad. We want
Zinnia.
to check that the player has 80 points to be able to buy it, and then here we want to take 80 points away from the player.
Zinnia, no shot.
And then here, because the orange is giving you +7 to your automatic points per second, there should be a 7 here.
Zinnia.
And I also went to the costumes tab and wrote in the cost of this item and the reward.
Thank you, Zinnia. I couldn't see that right there with my eyeballs. All the kids watching this were like, how did she get the words there? I put in the food salad and the words weren't there automatically. I don't know how she did that. Oh, she added it. Oh, thank God she showed me that she added it. But then they're going to be like, oh, well, she didn't show us her typing it in. How did she type it in? Oh, it's like, I don't know. And also, the video's almost done. Zinnia, you didn't teach me how to add like the second most crucial thing to a clicker, an upgrade that makes your clicks cost, like, give you more. Like, you know, when you click, you'll get 2 and then maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you got to make one of those upgrades too, you could have done that instead of doing this garbage.
You need to do to be able to add as many purchasable items as you want to your
Right.
game. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show
And
you
then
today.
shows the coolest clicker she could find.
The link to this project is
Look
in
at
the
that.
description below if you want to remix it. And yeah, I hope you have fun making clicker
Here, I just showed you how to make a joke of a game. Now look at all these games that are so much better than yours.
games with your own items and your own themes. I can't wait to play them. I will probably spend too long playing them. I played
You
some
won't
clicker
play
games
them.
when I was making this video. Yeah, I'll see you next time. And scratch on.
Zinnia, you make me so upset to look at. Looking at you makes me upset. What's going to be the clickable item in your game? Scratch Cat. Cookie. Hi, Zinnia. Glazy, that was not the question. Dragon. I'm in my dragon. I'm done. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, like it, didn't like it, it's because, whoa. While you're at it, I just got to the channel, show my content, that helped me out a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.